Hi and welcome back to another episode of making sausages. Today we're gonna make English breakfast sausage, but not the fresh version. We make the cooked version. We will fill it in the sheep casing. For this sausage we will be using pork belly and also shoulder meat. We're using 250 grams of belly and 750 grams of shoulder per kilo. But I would say let's start off mixing the spices for it and get ready for it and start making the breakfast sausage. So let's start mixing the spices what we need. Again, I will be making 5 kilo of this sausage today. And let's start off with my trusted salt, which is the ursalt, of course. Be using 18 grams per kilo. So that's 90 grams here. So I got 90 grams of salt. As I say, it's 18 grams. The next thing what I need is black pepper. Black pepper we have 2 grams per kilo. So as we have 5, we need 10 grams. It's the other way around. So we got 10 grams here. The next thing what I'll be using is Cayenne. Cayenne gives a little bit of kick, which is quite nice. I need a half gram, so that will be then 2.5 grams. So that's 2.5 grams. Then the other thing is what I need is sage. Sage I'm using 1.5 grams per kilo. It also gives a nice flavor into the sausage itself. So I need 7.5 grams of sage. There we go. Then the other thing what I need is ginger, a half gram of ginger. By 5 kilo that's 2.5 grams. I'm using ground ginger here. So ground ginger is very dusty as well, as you can see. The next thing what I need is nutmeg. Nutmeg again is a half gram per kilo. So as I have 5, I need 2.5 grams of it. Perfect. Then I need thyme. Thyme as well we use 1 gram per kilo. So from the thyme I need then 5 grams. So that's 5 grams. There we go. So that's that. The other thing what I need to do is I need to chop fresh parsley. So I've chopped here now parsley. I've chopped it fine. I have 4 grams per kilo. So that's 20 grams of chopped parsley what I have here. Now all the spices and the fresh ingredients are mixed up. What I will do is now is prepare the meat for it. As I will cube now the shoulder and I will cube also the pork belly. So I've removed the gristle from the belly. That's where the bone, the knoppel we call it. So it's a gristle removed, and also any fine bone splits which are in there. I've cut stripes of it now and I'll show you because I have it with the skin on, as you can see. So what I will do is I will show you how to remove the skin quite easily. Make sure you have a sharp knife, and I'm using a soft knife. You see the blade is soft, it bends. So what I'll do is I hold on one end and just cut down till I get to the skin, and then pull the knife and just pull it out. So there we go. The next one. So that skin is off. You see the belly is not too fat. It's just a nice belly. So you see, so that's that. It's off. One more. So you see, if you push the knife down, it's always clean. There's hardly any meat or fat on it. So the meat is now cut. I will now prepare the mincer and grind the meat through a 3mm blade. As you can see in this breakfast sausage, we're using two types of meat. That's a quarter of belly and 3/4 of shoulder, but not too fat, because like it's for breakfast. We don't want the sausage too rich, so it's only about a 20% fat content in this sausage. So as we got the meat now cubed down, as again a few centimeter pieces, there's the shoulder and the pork belly in there. We will mix in the spices as the whole ingredients, mix it through and let it rest for 1 hour. So, give it a quick mix. The breakfast sausage is very on sage and on thyme from the flavoring and the parsley. You don't taste too much out from the cayenne, it just gives it a little bit of a kick what it needs, so does the pepper. So that's mixed now. We let it rest now for 1 hour in the fridge. So the meat had now time to rest for 1 hour. I've prepared the mince in the meantime, and I've set it up with the 3mm blade, because like we want the meat fine and we don't want any coarse cut in breakfast sausage. So let's start mincing the meat for it and get ready for it. So let's start mincing the meat. As I said, I get it through the 3mm blade, so it's a fine cut. It smells really good now. You can smell the sage and the thyme, and also with the parsley and the nutmeg what's in there. So what I will do is now is I will mince all the meat down, and once I'm finished I will come back and we start mixing everything the way it should be. So I'm nearly done with the mincing. You also can see the meat itself has nice green spots throughout, and it's a fine cut. And the green spots, of course, because of the fresh parsley we put on, which also adds a very nice flavor to it. And it should be very tasty for breakfast. So you can see. Not so sure if you can see it, but it's a nice cut. So that's done. What I will do is next is I'll start mix this up, get the ice water ready, and prepare the filler for it. So I've cleaned up now here and got the filler ready, got the sheep casing ready. Let's mix up the meat and get it ready for filling sausages. So I got my ice water again. Again, it's a half bottle of water, put in the freezer for a couple hours, so it starts freezing halfway. And because we need it as cold as possible, like I said before, The product should always be cold. What I'm using here now is a half liter water, as ice water. That's the ice water added. Let's give it a good mix. Because you're cooking it, this needs to be really binding, so the mixing process is a little bit longer. And the meat is nice and cold, that's good. So what I will do is now is I mix everything, and once I'm finished with the mixing, I come back and show you what it looks like. So you see this mixing this here, because it needs to be very good binding, and because we cook it, the mixing takes a bit longer and also a bit more work, I would say. Yeah, I'm out of breath, I'm getting old. So good. So if you see, look how this binding, it's not going to go anywhere. So that's the way it should be. It becomes also very stiff. You notice it here. So that's important. The other thing you noticed, I didn't put any rusk in there, or bread, or pinhead rusk. It depends what you want to call it, because we cook the sausage, and I do not like bread or rusk in the sausage. If I want that, I can eat the sausage with bread. I don't need to put bread in the sausage. What I will do is next is I'm gonna fill up the filler and get ready for filling the sausages. So let's fill up the filler. Very important, push it down, get all the air out as much as possible. Because the last thing you want to do, you want to have any air in there. Because that's where, if there's fat, when it runs out, the fat will probably collect in the air pocket. So it's not ideal. So that's ready now. I will change the gaffs because I don't need it for filling. So I got the filler ready. Also the sheep casing I've been soaking for about, let's say 10 minutes or so in cold water. As you know, I don't use warm water. Sheep casing, of course, are a little bit thinner. What I have here is 21 to 23 mil. And what I need to do is now is get also in here a little bit of water in there. So you see I put those two, even you get 2 fingers in a sheep casing. Not all the way, just a little bit on the edge, that's enough, because you want to open up and get some water through it. So as we got the water in there now, I want to pull them up here. Also got a smaller nozzle this time. And if you be careful so you don't break the sheep casing, because it's very tender. See how much we got left in there. There we go. So I got another skin here. In those skins what I have, they're just the last, or the leftover from last time. So I think I should have enough there for everything, so there can't be much left in there. If not, I use pork casings. It's not an issue. Then we got those little short skins here now. See how much is left. Still a little bit left in there. So. When you do it this way, when you cook them, because I'm not stringing them, it's easy they don't twist open and they stay as they are. And it's easier to handle them as well. So let's see how it goes anyway. And so it's the last bit here. Let's see how much is left in there. And that was it. That wasn't worth it. It was hardly worth it. It's just it was literally just one link left. So I need to check now the temperature of the water and put them into the boiling water. Also what I need to do is I need to prepare the ice water. So the sausages are filled now and twisted in smaller sizes or chipolata sizes. The water is nearly there. I'm just looking for about 85 Celsius. I don't want to go over it, so between 80 and 85 is perfect. And then I will cook the sausages for about 10-12 minutes. I see that. So I'm just checking the water temperature. You might can see it's 84, 85, so it's perfect. So I will add into the sausages now. So you see, let's add them into it and cook them slowly. When they start swimming, they are ready. I don't put in too many because otherwise the water cools down too much. And I prepare the ice water in the meantime, or the cold water. So the sausages are starting to cook now. As you can see, they're becoming a nice white color, and all the green specks through the parsley, they're coming all through. And they're starting to float as well. What you have to watch is just keep them moving a little bit, so they don't go brown, because if the sausage just sticks out of the water constantly, then it goes brown. So they are nearly cooked now. They're in now about 15 minutes, and you can check them how firm they are. Once they're getting firm, they're getting to the stage where they're cooked, and they're also when they're floating. I got the water ready, and I will transfer them now into the water, into the cold water. They do taste nice. You don't have to wait for breakfast for those ones here. No, mild, very gentle in the bite, so perfect for breakfast. And you get that beautiful sage salbei and also the parsley, the flavor you get out to it. It has a slight hint of pepper and of the cayenne, just gives it a tiny little kick. So perfect for breakfast. So these sausages will take anywhere between 10, 15, 20 minutes depending on the temperatures. If you have them in like 15 or 20 minutes, it doesn't matter. What is important is that the water does not go above 85 degrees Celsius, because otherwise you risk that they are bursting, and that's the last thing what we want. Afterwards as well, once they're cooked, you need to transfer it into cold water right away. If you don't do that, they will go brown. And once they cool down, they stay nice and white. So let's do that. My first batch is cooked. I transfer them into cold water and cool them down there for about a half hour. So I got them here in cold water, and also I'm running cold water into it, so they stay nice and cold. What I have to do is keep them down for the first few minutes so you don't get any brown spots, and just leave the water running there. Once the water is cold, then the sausages will be cold, simple as that. When you're making those English type breakfast sausage without the rusk, you can choose yourself if you add more thyme or sage to it or more parsley, because it's your flavor, it's your taste, what you want to do. That recipe here gives you a very good base to work with, and you can increase and decrease any thyme, any spice of it, especially the sage and the thyme, depends how you like them or not. Some people like it, some people don't. So give it a go, and once you've made the first one, you can try and increase or decrease various spices onto it. Otherwise, they're very good sausages, as I said before, very mild in flavor and have that thyme and sage and parsley background taste on it. Perfect, of course, with scrambled eggs and toast and a good coffee, of course. And where do we get the best coffee? In Austria. That's where we're probably hitting the next time. I got something special planned here in the next couple of weeks, so stay here and watch that space what's coming. Also, a tip, when you got a big pot with the hot water and you put your sausages into it so you can cook them, put a lid on top of it, preferable a lid where I can see through. If not, it doesn't matter, then just keep an eye on it and watch it, and always check the temperature. Like I said, keep the temperature anywhere between 80 and 85 degrees. It's very important. So I've cooled down all my sausages now. They're cold now, so I let them soak in there for another 10 minutes or so. And after this, I will cut them and pack them in packet sizes of about 6 or 8. If you pack them, you can pack it in a family size. It really doesn't matter what you do, but I find it for 6 or 8 is just the perfect amount for me. And as I say, perfect for breakfast. So now you have seen how to make an English type breakfast sausage, but without rusk. I hope you enjoyed that short little video, the instructions, and I hope you do try them and make your own sausages. The other thing is, if you did like the video, click on the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and give me a thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything, it's free for you, but it helps me. The next time around, I got a special treat in for you. We will be making a sausage with recipes which has been used 150 years ago or even longer. And for this one, I'll be driving over to Austria. So I'll be taking a trip of 650, 700 kilometers. And we will make that sausage in the outside. We will use a smokehouse outdoor, so a home-built smokehouse, and this is a real special treat. I won't tell you what type of sausage it is yet, but all what I will tell you, the recipe is 150 years old. It has been eaten 150 years ago, and it was eaten in the Austrian-Hungarian Empire. And from that, we make a sausage from that time. So join me up the next time, and till then, have fun, stay safe, see you then, bye bye.